In this tutorial, I want to walk you through how to conduct a meta-analysis using the CoDa application. On the front page of the application, you'd need to first select your studies to be used in a meta-analysis. In this example, I'm going to do a meta-analysis of a personality variable, social value orientation, predicting cooperation, and more specifically, I am interested in comparing two personality types with this variable, prosocial versus proselves. That means I need to specify two treatments in my analysis. I will make treatment 1 prosocials and treatment 2 proselves. This search will uncover all studies that have measured social value orientation, categorized participants as prosocial and proself, and then compared these two for differences in cooperation. As you can see, these are the numbers of papers, studies, effect sizes, and participants from my selection. The selection found 63 papers that resulted in 85 studies that contained 108 effect sizes, and the studies included a total of 8,702 participants. I will also further specify an inclusion criteria that I only want to include prisoners' dilemma studies and public goods dilemma studies. Once I have selected my studies, I can select the meta-analysis option, click on that to conduct a meta-analysis of the studies and effect sizes. The meta-analytic results are presented in a table, and also the results are displayed in the form of the original raw R output. Prior to interpreting the results, you may want to select your model, such as the type of effect size or the type of analytic model. In this case, I am happy with the default suggestions, and I will proceed from here. You can also select various moderators in your model to predict the effect size. You can also select whether you would like to use a multi-level model and cluster effects according to studies or countries. We offer a different tutorial at the CoDa website to walk you through how to use these different options and how to interpret the output. At the moment, I will not select any moderators or multi-level model. As you can see, some of the most important output are displayed in a table, similar to how you would see the meta-analytic output reported in a published paper. Above the paper, you are provided a written description of the results to help you interpret the direction of the effect size. In this case, it says, meta-analysis comparing treatment 1, SVO type prosocial, against treatment 2, SVO type proself, on cooperation. A positive effect size indicates that cooperation is higher in treatment 1, prosocial, than in treatment 2, proself. In the table, you can see how many effect sizes were reported in the meta-analysis. You can also see the overall effect size. Here you can see the effect size is positive, indicating more cooperation among prosocials than proselves. You also have the 95% confidence interval. You have an inferential test of the statistical significance of the effect size. You are also provided a prediction interval, which describes the range of possible true values of the effect size. And you also have two indices of the heterogeneity of the effect size distribution. You can also view the results of the meta-analysis in different visualizations. Select the Visualization tab, and you are displayed the results in a forest plot, which plot all studies and their effect sizes and corresponding confidence intervals. At the bottom, you can see the overall meta-analytic result. You can also select to view the results in a violin plot. This violin plot can be used to evaluate the distribution of studies. For example, here you can look for possible outliers in the sample of effect sizes. You can also select the tab for Data Table. To observe a table that reports all of the data included in the meta-analysis, you can sort the data in the table based on the data in the different columns. For example, I can sort the information according to the effect size, and I can quickly identify which studies could be possible outliers identified in the violin plot. You can also consider doing publication bias and power analyses for future studies. And on the CoDa website, we provide separate tutorials for doing each of these analyses. This was a tutorial about how you can use CoDa to perform on-demand meta-analyses of the studies and effect sizes included in the databank and that you selected on the front page of the application. Now we hope you are better prepared to perform your own meta-analyses using CoDa.